Football lovers, welcome back to Football Trends with QP. On today's video, guys, we have a lot to discuss, and I'm just gonna try to give you on the top of the scoop everything that I have and everything that I've tried to organize for you in terms of research and whatever that has been happening in terms of sports. So obviously you know the drill. Before we get into all of the details, please do make sure to like the video, and also if you are new here, this is your first time seeing Football Trends with QP, you can just make sure to hit that subscribe button and also the bell notification so that next time when I post a new video you get notified. Now, starting with the player who was recently linked with the move to the Glamour Boys, his name is Tibang Sindile Pete, also known as Kafu Pete. Obviously he's a South African professional footballer. He plays as a defensive midfielder, but he can also play as a centre back. He started his career at the Cape Town-based club in Milano United, and then he later on joined the Portuguese side, Victoria SC, making at least 12 appearances during the 2015 to 2016 season. And after the stint at Famalicão, if I'm not mistaken, B-side, he moved to UAE Pro League, Ipatea, before returning to Portugal with the Chavas in 2023. And his international debut for South Africa was when they drew 1-1 with Namibia on October 8, 2020. Now, the reason why he's currently linked with the Glamour Boys, I don't know, but according to iDiski Times, which we all know, it's a trusted source, they say he has been linked with the move to the Glamour Boys. And currently, I just found a post from Unplayable ZA where they confirm there's no deal that is going to happen in terms of Opete and also Kaizer Chiefs. And now, moving on, we also do have something that was said by Kaizer Mtawong Jr. in terms of why did Kaizer Chiefs decide to go to Turkey for their preseason games. And according to him, this is what he had to say. He says, "I think the trip was an important part of our plan for the technical staff. We had 3 weeks. It's given the club the time to come together as a group with the technical staff and their new ideas. I think that it was very grueling, intense preseason, good fixtures, good test. It's always very important in preseason to make sure you get away for morale, for team spirit, and a new environment where you can solely focus on the task at hand. So I think it was very important for the club. I think we've done very well so far, and yeah, looking forward to the next steps." Kaizer Jr. Mtawong, in terms of why they went to Turkey for their preseason games. So I definitely have to agree with him in terms of this, because definitely the boys, they needed some togetherness, team spirit, and some new environment. Man, they have been through a lot in terms of what happened, so definitely I do believe it was a great idea for them to go to Turkey, actually to go outside of South Africa for their preseason games, outside of even Africa. So definitely that's good. And then moving on, as I've previously reported, there's no longer going to be something called the DStv Premiership, but there's going to be Betway Premiership. And Dr. Irvin Khoza, also famously known as Iron Duke, has come out to confirm those news. Izolo, he is currently the chairman of Orlando Pirates and also the chairman for EPSL. So he has confirmed in terms of this deal happening, and definitely we are going to see Betway Premiership being the new sponsor of EPSL.
They are eating as we speak. When is the league starting? It shows that, on our toes to make sure that we do things in a manner that's going to assist us in making sure that, we start on the right footing. I can tell you that the league is starting on the 3rd of August, as indicated. No amount date is going to be shifted. It's starting exactly. The CEO will be issuing the fixture this afternoon of what is happening on the 3rd of August, as promised to everybody. Sitting here, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to invite Mr. Lawrence Michael to join me on the stage. It's a short day for me. Beyond this press conference, we now have Betway Premiership as a sponsor of the league. Thank you very much, DSTV Premiership sponsor. It was done in this way because it was part of the plan long time ago. We in the executive committee, we know that. The media and other people don't know that. That's why we are here, because we are going to be continuing on other elements of our business. And I'm happy to welcome to the podium Lawrence Michael to talk about himself. He's got a team, he's going to introduce them, because that is the platform that is given to him. I must monopolize the platform, because I'm available to you at any given time. Congratulations for being part of the PSL.
That, guys, was Dr. Irvin Khoza, and he also confirmed that the league is going to start on the 3rd of August. Naganjani, the league is going to resume on the 3rd of August, so definitely we're just going to have to wait a little bit longer. A few days left, and then we can see some things that are going to happen in terms of this time around, and we still want to have to wait for our fixtures. I don't know if Swapumile currently, but I'm hoping whenever they get out something in terms of now okay in terms of the fixtures, and And on that matter of the Betway Premiership, we do have Andile Ncube and also Unqobile Ndlovu from Cash and Sport on Metro FM. They were explaining to us to help us understand more in terms of this new deal, Betway Premiership, and what really happened with DSTV Premiership. And yeah, let's just take a look at this.
Dr. Irvin Khoza speaks often, and I've quoted many of the things that he said. But one of the things that he said that I never forget is that the Betway Premiership is the biggest employer of young black people in this country. Think about that. It is the biggest employer of young black people in this country. This is a huge employment pack for South Africa, and more so, what other black business do you know that is as big as what the Betway Premiership is? What other business do you know that is this big and is black owned? Nabi over Cash and Sport founder is with us here. Nabi, 900. Is this the biggest number we've ever heard in South African football?
Apart from the broadcast deal, there's no other deal that's ever come close. So there's no sponsorship deal that's ever come close. This one is the biggest one for sure. Parcel, I think, was in the region of 100.
100 a year.
Yeah. ABSA was 136.
136 million rand a year.
I
think it was 5 years.
Over 5 years. And then DSTV Premiership was 141 over 5 years. And now this one basically doubling it from the last.
More than double.
More than double from the last.
So Betway sponsorship a year is more than double of what the PSL were getting in the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, correct. It's a huge number. It's a huge number. There's no doubting it. Basically, this puts the PSL just under $1 billion rand a year, just from the broadcast deal and the sponsorship deal from Betway alone. Whereas previously, the highest that the PSL had reached in terms of revenue per season was just over $1 billion. If you remember, the big announcement, I think, was in 2019-20. So this is huge. This is even before MTN, Nedbank, and everyone else. And by the way, DSTV will also still sponsor the DSTV Disky Shield.
But it took up until now for them to decide, you know what, when did those conversations start happening to say there's no ways we can carry this as well?
The conversations already started happening with the league towards the second half, in the second half of last year. At that point, MultiChoice for the 2021-22 financial year had lost over 2 billion rand. They were already shedding viewers on the premium packages, and people were moving down to lower packages or dropping off completely. And they already foresaw the fact that they were going to be in a more difficult financial position for 2023-24. And then they lost 4 billion as well, and also lost over 400,000 subscribers. So that was a very difficult position for them to be in. And for people asking why this decision is being made now, these decisions aren't made now. It's just announced now. They've been in discussions for quite a long time. You would have heard the chairman speak about how they had numerous meetings with Betway and Hollywood Bets and others. Those discussions started a long time ago. it's just finalized now. You don't finalize a 900 million rand deal in a week, as people would have you believe.
Now, I hope you guys understand much better on why the PSL had to go with the Betway Premiership instead of continuing with the DStv Premiership. I think the video just made it much clearer on what happened between the two parties. But also we do have something about Russian Dotli, who finally flied from he arrived at Johannesburg. He flight from Cape Town early this morning, and currently sekafigile. And today, as we know, they are going to unveil the new home and away kit. I cannot wait definitely to see what has Kappa been cooking for the boys and also Tinama fans, because obviously the new jersey we have to buy and wear it. And then I will try by all means, if ever it's possible, maybe we can go live on this channel so that we can discuss everything that will be happening around that time for the unveiling. Maybe we might see Nabi and the team as they have arrived. Zolo, I did a live stream in terms of that things I'm going to they have arrived, and also those are some of the clips that I've got on the internet, things I'm going to compile and so that you guys can be able to see and be happy, because I couldn't be happy alone. But I'm hoping maybe today Naba Unveiler, they are definitely going to bring some of the players, but we will see as time goes on. 5:30 it's going to be happening. So yeah, I believe this is it. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I will definitely see you soon with something new.